What's up, everybody? It's D-Ferg.
It's Ro.
We're back here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar for another episode of Something New, and this is extremely new for the Teeqlife platform. We've never entered into this realm before. I know you're a big fan, so I wanted to do something that you like, and maybe you can explain some stuff, because I don't know a lot about sake.
Look, I
don't know.
don't know that much either. All I know is I like it.
Yeah, I mean...
I'll be honest with you. I have never went to the store and bought sake. It's always been at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And also, it's always been warm. I don't know why.
Ooh.
You know, this is cold.
This is a cold sake. So this is Soto Sake, and this is going to be, it's best served cold. And so we have been chilling this for approximately 2.5 years to make sure that it's the right temperature. I mean, so it should be. But I don't know much about this one particularly, but what I do know is that it is considered one of the best sakes on the market. So you might have been at one of those restaurants and had this sake you don't even know.
Very well could have.
Because by the end of the dinner, you know, with everybody cooking around you, you know, and firing sake in your face, like, it could be you've had this before and you love it.
Look, the only thing I know about sake is it's rice based, right?
Yeah, so this is like doing my research, which we always do here, is this is a particular type of sake, and it is a junmai daiginjo. And I've never heard of that before, but this is a particular type of sake which is very well respected in the sake community and considered one of the best. With that being said, it's you know, made with water, koji mold, which is interesting. I don't even know what that is. Yeast, rice, milled, and it is polished. Now, I don't know what the polished means. I'd have to be a sake expert, which I don't have that kind of time. But give me a couple of days. I will be an expert. With that being said, it's a true sake. So it's got a yellowish tint, as you can kind of see. I don't know if that's the bottle. We'll have to wait until we pour in our signature Teeqlife shot glasses, which I think is the only appropriate way to drink sake on our show.
It's the closest thing we have to being right. So.
Well, what do you typically drink? Like one of those
it
cups?
looks like a sake. It's more rounded. So
this is our Teeqlife sake shot glasses, and these are available on the website. We made them specifically. So fairly clear. It's going to be, you know, the aroma is going to be fairly clear, little subtle. Taste slightly sweet, some nuttiness to it, floral, hint of fruitiness, with a slight heat finish. Now, I don't know if I've really had a sake with all those complexities before. I don't think I've had a cold sake. I've kind of been in the realm where you've been, where it's been mostly warm sake.
Yeah.
So kind of like a cold, chilled fusion sake is really new to me. I didn't even think you were supposed to drink sake chilled.
You know, I don't know. All I know is that from everything that we've seen about this brand, it is, these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they have. You know, we'll just to kind of talk about it, open up the floodgates. Like, they've won awards. I mean, there was just way too many awards to list or to talk about that this brand has won. But let's just talk about the bottle, which is, you know, I don't know if it's true to sake form, but, you know, one of the things I can talk about, if you look at this top cover, and I don't know what's underneath, I have not opened this. It's like denim, wouldn't you say? I think it's denim. And, you know, it's like a nice rubber band-ish kind of thing. I think it's a clean look for a bottle. You know, it's sweating, which is another thing.
That's because it's like 1,000 degrees out.
Well, I've been chilling it for 45 months, so I think it's time to breathe.
That'd be 4 years.
Yeah. But you know, I think it's because now it's got wings. I think it's time to just get into some of the, you know, the aromas. Let's see what it smells like. Let's see what it looks like in our signature sake glass.
Let's open this up.
So that's a very eloquent. Oh, it's a screw cap.
This is like.
That's like denim, right?
Yeah.
Now, what would you use that for? I mean, it's a great presentation, but afterwards, like, is this to wipe out your sake?
Probably like put this in your like suit pocket.
For your lapel.
Yeah.
Take that.
I don't know.
You can have that.
We're just gonna throw that off to the side here.
You know, I mean,
let's get into this.
Yeah, let's do it. So, Soto means outside. So Soto Sake, it means outside. And it's, like I said, won numerous amounts of awards. And it's meant to be sipped, so you're not meant to shoot it. And it's a celebration of the Earth's purest elements brought together. So that's kind of looking at their website. Okay, so it is very subtle.
I'm getting like right off the. I'm getting like a black licorice.
Are you like a niece?
Yeah.
Not like somebody's niece. Like
Right.
a niece. Ah, I smell it. I'm picking it up. You have to take a good, inhale of it. But I can get it.
Okay. I can see why they've won awards.
Ah, wow.
That is very good.
I do not get a slight heat finish whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their version of it may be a lot different than what we're used to. But, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, some of those tequilas are just, like,
yeah.
warm.
What's
like,
the... Okay, so it's 15% alcohol, so 15% ABV, so that makes a difference
we
too.
can drink the whole bottle.
Yeah, we will. That's like a liter for us. That's nothing.
That is
really good.
It is very good.
So what do you think about it being cold? Because I know that you haven't had...
Yeah, I think that the difference is just like in any other spirit we've tried. Cold tones it down a little bit.
Yeah.
From memory, when I'm drinking warm sake, you get a lot more. There's more nose to it. There's more flavor to it. It's a different type of flavor too. It's more. I want to say heavier.
Yeah, I can see that. What I'm detecting really is I can get the fruitiness. You want some more?
Absolutely.
I can get fruitiness. The nuttiness, I don't know. I mean,
I don't
really
get
getting that. Floral. I can get some floral, tones as well. The aroma is really clean.
It's. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a very interesting.
It's just, I think for going in, I've had a lot of warm sakis. I honestly, right now, feel that I prefer a cold sake because I like the temperature. I like that it's going, down a little bit smoother.
It's smooth. I don't know if it's because of the time of year that we have going on here where it's nice and hot out.
It is.
And this is just more like a refreshing. Like I probably wouldn't drink hot sake today. You know what I mean?
Because it's like hell out right now.
But I also would never tell you that I would drink it like outside of a meal. Every time I've ever had sake, it's always been with a company with a meal, right? This is something that I would say that I would put right in the refrigerator or and have it on standby because it's that good.
Yeah, it's just very light and refreshing. It reminds me of a Soltal. No, not a Soltal. A soju that I tried before.
Oh, okay.
Which was a little bit more peppery, but it reminds me of it's very light. It's very unique to me. So yeah, you mentioned there's a lot of really good properties to it. So gluten-free is one of them. Outside of that, there's no sulfites, which is, if you look at dried fruits or anything like that in trail mix, a lot of them have the sulfites, which are they're not good for the body. There's no additives, which is another thing. No preservatives, no added sugars, which it's not really sweet, anyways. It's just all natural. And doing my research, like I said, they've won a ton of awards. They've been really recognized, and then they have a lot of those good properties. But a lot of people, I think they're closed-minded to sake. And we're always open-minded at this bar. And some person, it was kind of funny. They said sake to them tasted like drinking dirty socks. I don't know what.
I don't know what. First of all, my first question to folks that say stuff like that is like, how do you know that?
Right.
What are you drinking? Like
it's
the
a weird
water?
Fetish.
Right. But the one thing that's different to me is like I said earlier, like I've always had warm sake, and to me, like the nose on a glass of warm sake is like it's almost like you walked into like a bread store, like where they're baking it. That's warm, though. That's what I'm talking about, warm.
Let me investigate.
This is different. What, are you going to throw it in the microwave or something? But no, like,
I got a George Foreman oven.
It has...
It doesn't...
It's very different from what I'm used to with sake. But at the end of the day, to me, this stuff is... I don't know if I want to call it dangerous, but... I could drink the whole bottle.
Well, you know what?
This is delicious.
I agree with you. I think it would be dangerous if it was a higher ABV. So if this was, the typical of what we have in our bars, 80 proof. I mean, wow, this would be, but it would have a whole other flavor to it because the alcohol would be so potent. But, I have never bought sake either. So this landing on our Teeqlife bar top, is just kind of a pleasure to have.
Yeah, and I can't even tell you if any place around us sells sake, like right off the rack like that. Honestly, I've never looked. I'm with you on that. The bottle itself, I know we always talk about the bottle and the presentation of it. It's very clean. The label is very clean. To me, I would say it's kind of traditional. Like the Japanese, they keep it very simple.
Yes. Which is fine. The thing about this is if you have a quality product, sometimes you let the product speak for itself, and I'm okay with that. We have all kinds of bottles here in the bar. Some are elaborate, some are exotic, some are just over the top and beautiful, and a lot of them the product inside matches, but sometimes it doesn't. It's a characteristic to get it to sell, and they don't need any help to sell this. In the sake community.
Yeah, no, I agree. If you are a sake fan and sake is your preferred beverage or regular sip, if you will. You probably already know about this brand. This is brand new to me because, like I said, everything I've always had has been from a, in a restaurant style format.
Yeah.
I order sake. They bring me sake. I don't really ask questions on who made it.
Well, you don't really turn down any liquor.
No,
really.
not at all.
Let's be honest here.
So, maybe we just start. We can get into the sake world now.
I think
Watch
so.
out.
And what I was gonna say about it is the more that I sip it, it resembles a wine. And sake is a traditional rice wine of Japan. It's over 2,000 years old, so it has history to it and tradition. And with that being said, it was known as the drink of the gods. So the first known origin was around 300 BC in Japan, and it was after the practice of wet rice cultivation. And China adopted it into their culture as early as 4000 BC. So it has some history, and to me it does. It resembles a wine, but this one just resembles it just takes on a very fine white wine.
It does. It's very it has all the properties of, like, if you're looking for something new to try, it's smooth, it's clean.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not going to offend you, right?
No.
In any way. And a lot of people talk about, we've talked about it on the show. Tequila has a reputation in the world.
Sure.
Sake has a reputation, and,
yeah.
and generally they're all like with bad experiences, right? Like, this is a product, I think, that it's not going to offend you or put you into that state of mind where you're like, oh yeah, never again.
Gets down to that point, I think it's fair to say, but I'm just going to open the door up to you. What do you think of it?
I have to say that it's it's a Teeqlife approved for sure. It's my first experience with a cold or chilled sake.
Yeah.
Not disappointed at it at all.
No.
Like I tell you, if this was my first taste of sake, I would be a fan. I am a fan. I just never thought of it as something you could chill and drink in the middle of summer.
I didn't know that either, and for me it's Teeqlife approved, and I think it's the same way. It's like I could drink this poolside, whatever it may be, make a whatever mixed drink out of it.
Start a new trend.
But man, I mean, I really think that we're onto something if we can get our mixologist to make something out of this, like a Soto Sake sangria. I think it'd be phenomenal.
We need to get working on that.
Yeah. So, doing some research, you can find this. If it's not in your neck of the woods, you can go online. Liquorama has it. It's about $40 to $45.
Bad?
I don't think it's bad whatsoever. So, that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar, where we tried Soto Sake and agreed that it's Teeqlife approved.
Yep.
So if you want to follow us on social media, you want to contact us, or read the blog, go to teeqlife.com where you can do all of that.
Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until then,
we'll see you soon. Next time. What are we going to be trying next time? Who knows?
I don't know.
Man, there's so many great things out there.